So in today's video, we are working on a behemoth of an iPad. This iPad is the 2024 iPad Air M3, 13-inch. These are very large iPads, and in this case, we have a broken screen. I believe I've done one of these before, but I just never recorded it, so I could be wrong, but likely we should be able to do this pretty quickly. The only problem that I see here is the frame damage, so we may have to just bend it a little bit more than usual just so we can get the new screen fitted. Aside from that, we should be able to get this done. So let's get started. This iPad has already been on the heating mat for about 5 minutes or so, and it's relatively hot, so we're just going to use a razor blade such as this, and then we're going to pry up on the screen. I believe this iPad opens up to the right, so we'll pry open from the left. So now that I have a razor blade stuck underneath the glass, I'm just gonna insert a blue pick, and I'm gonna just try to open it as much as I can without causing any more damage. On the newer models, the M models, the removal of screens, they tend to be a bit harder than non-M powered iPads. Not sure why. I think the adhesive that they started using on these just differs from the adhesive that we're normally used to. I don't want to damage the display because we can resell the displays just as long as if they're not damaged. It's like we got one side open pretty nicely. It's opening up easier than expected, which is good. Corner with the damaged frame is going to be a problem, I believe. So we pretty much got the majority of the iPad opened up. So I'm going to cut this adhesive strip. Now we should be able to open to the right, I believe. This is a very large screen. I just cut this corner. Maybe not to the right. Maybe we're supposed to open to the left. Yeah, I take that back. I think we have to open to the left. Yeah, I'm more than 90% sure that Apple started using a different set of adhesive to hold these screens down, because just the quality just feels different when you're cutting the adhesive. It feels stronger, harder for us to work on. That's good for the customers, good for the consumer. Okay, looks like there is a proximity sensor right up next to that front-facing camera. So we got the majority of the screen removed, but I can't remove it entirely because there is that cable right there. And let's remove that shield. We should be able to just pick up on that shield. Perfect. And then we're gonna pop off that cable with just a plastic spudger. And now we should semi-open up what's holding it down. There it is. Okay. Maybe I never did work on this iPad before. I've worked on some similar ones, but this one no. Okay, so it opens up just like that. You bend this over and we should just be unplugging these cables. This repair is actually very easy, just like every other iPad Air. So if you're following yourself, all you need is just a screwdriver and some adhesive. Tweezers would be nice as well, magnetic net and such. All the parts and tools that we use on our bench are linked in our description down below. If you did want us to do this repair for you, you can just feel free to reach out to us on the Contact Us tab in our website, and you can always mail it in to us. So I removed the shield. We're just gonna go ahead and unplug all these cables. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 cables. So we're gonna put this guy aside for now. There is that sensor that we ended up unplugging at first. And now I kind of want to focus on the frame at least and see if I could remove this excess glass. I would need a X-Acto blade and some blades for it. Okay, so we have the X-Acto blade installed. We're just gonna cut through this glass. We'll do this pretty quick, shouldn't take too long. Glass has been removed. Now the main issue is this frame right here. We have to figure out a way to push this frame back or cut off some of the, or shave off some of the frame. This will take some time, a lot of trial and error, but we'll try with some metal tools and see if we can just push it back. Will it work? I doubt it. It's very difficult to just push this stuff back. All right, well, that's not working. It's still fairly bent, that corner, and the new screen will not fit in. I'm just gonna skip this part of this video, and then we'll just show you the reassembly of a new screen. Just to give you guys an idea how I plan on doing this, just because the frame is severely damaged, I'm using a microscopic Dremel, and we're just gonna be cutting the portion of this frame. Now, we've already told the customer this is what we plan on doing. Customer's fully aware of this, but sometimes we have to take matters in our own hands like this. We're almost done this area. I know to some of you this may seem like an extreme job. Trust me, when you've been in this line of business for this long, you kind of have an idea how things work prior. If you can spend hours and hours trying to see if you can bend it back, but not possible, very difficult. And maybe based off how you guys are seeing it on video, it doesn't look that bad. Yeah, it's pretty bad. The Dremel is pretty much dead, but just the last piece right here. So we ended up shaving that corner, allowing room now. So hopefully that should fit as we expect it to. Back to business. Now we need to unplug the battery. The battery is right here. All you need to do is just remove the Phillips screw, and then we need to lift up on this connector. We're gonna use one of these plastic disconnects. Lift and just insert. You have to be careful here not to damage the connector. Okay, that's good enough. I'm gonna go ahead and insert some 3M tape all around the edges. I'm gonna keep the original tape as much as I can as well. To pull out the new screen. And I already have a screen ready for this customer. It's gonna be a simple process really. We're just gonna plug in and reseal, and that would be it. We got very lucky with this screen. Normally when we buy screens, it costs us, like from Apple, costs us around $600 or something like this. We ended up finding the screen for $150 on Amazon, or I'm sorry, on eBay. We got very lucky with this transaction. So I told the customer and obviously passed down the savings to the customer too. Because I know Apple be charging an arm and a leg for something like this. Fixing of the frame was harder than the actual screen replacement for this iPad. If you're doing this repair yourself and you don't have any frame damage, then you should be able to get this repair done relatively quickly. Okay, well, let's lift up from here. Let's reconnect the battery now. I'm gonna go and reconnect the proximity sensor, the first sensor that we unplugged. Okay, sensor installed. We're gonna go ahead and close it up. We have yet to test the iPad. I'm not gonna seal it, however, until we test the iPad just to make sure the screen is working. Because we did buy this off of Amazon or eBay, we need to test before we seal. Say Bismillah, turn it on. Okay, it's not turning on. Probably needs a kick. Perfect. And I don't see any lines horizontally or vertically, which is good. We'll just test right now just to make sure it is responding to touch, and we'll seal it up. Should be an easy one after this. Very good. Now let's reseal it. Just gonna close it up as perfect as we can, even though we have a damaged frame. But it looks like that damaged frame turned out to be perfect. Okay. You guys can see that. It's exactly what you would expect. It fits in perfectly. Obviously you'll have that gap, but there's no way around it. Customer's fully aware. Well, it looks pretty good. We're gonna heat it up to loosen the adhesive and make sure it gets sticky again and invoice the customer. Well, this repair wasn't hard. The hardest part was just the frame damage. Mind you, if you're doing this yourself for the first time, or if you're doing it for a customer, if all you need to do is just pop out the screen and install another one, then you'll be good to go. If you have frame damage, that can make things a little bit complicated. And another issue for this one would be finding the actual screen at a decent price. Apple does sell these for like 500 plus, so they're pretty expensive. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. So if you guys did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know down below how your repair experience was, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.